Hey friends, hope you're doing well today. This is the Scarecrow Runner, and I'm joining you from my kitchen today rather than on the road. I've been nursing a little bit of a sore back the last couple days, and so I wanted to do something a little different today rather than just running videos or training or whatever like that. I also wanted to step into the realm of health and wellness, but also food, right? I wanted to start doing a series of videos that I can share with you all that introduces different either meals or snacks or something like that that tie into runners and athletes. But it's definitely going to be something that you can make quickly on the fly and either utilize during your runs or your workouts on taper, or if you're actually just legitimately just resting and chilling out for the weekend. So today we are going to be fixing something that I like. Now granted, not everybody may like this. Here's the thing, we don't always eat breakfast before we work out, and I don't always eat breakfast before I run. But if I do eat breakfast before I race or before I go out for a long run, one of my all-time favorites and go-tos is oatmeal. You can't go wrong with oatmeal. There are different variances of oatmeal, right? You've got instant oats, and then you've got, rolled oats that it takes time to cook those. All right, guys, so today's episode is going to be cold oats prep and finished product and how the Scarecrow Runner likes it. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. Okay, guys, so real easy prep. I've already got the stuff out here. So one of the things you've got to have first and foremost is a container, okay? It can be a glass jar, it can be a cup. Some people, if you have them available, the good old-fashioned mason jar, right? It's a little smaller. It doesn't have to be big. I picked this one. This is a recycled spaghetti jar, spaghetti sauce jar. It's bigger, but it holds a lot more. Now, what I like to put in my cold oats, first and foremost, you're gonna have your rolled oats, okay? Old-fashioned rolled oats. You're gonna have some milk, okay? Easy peasy, right? You could just stick with the oats and the milk and call it good. But if you're like me, you want some variation in your breakfast, right? You want some extra, whatever it might be, fillers, you could call them. Some people like to have different types of fruits in their oatmeal. I personally don't mind, especially in the cold oats. I like to have some chocolate chips. I like to have bananas, and I like to have some protein powder. And the reason, it's always good to get that extra protein in for your workout. So protein powder is an easy addition into the cold oats that I like to fix because, it mixes it up. So you can go with vanilla or you can go with chocolate. Either variation is fine. Either one tastes just fine to me. And if you don't want protein powder, that's fine. You don't have to use it. But it's something that I like, so that's how we're going to roll with it. And you can have different types of protein powder. My wife, these are the ones that she has available, so it's what I'm going to use. You use what you have available. You don't have to go to the store and get anything extra unless you absolutely have to. So this is an organic protein powder blend. It's creamy chocolate fudge. And then we also have vanilla bean complete protein and vitamin shake mix. Both are protein powders. Both are good. I'm going to go with the vanilla today. Okay. Then we also have chia seed. Okay. That's a great source of omega-3 vitamins and trace minerals, and it also supports healthy digestion. Another one that people use that I have used before is flax seed. So, whether it's chia seed or flax seed, any kind of seed like that is a good addition into the cold oats. And finally, we have some sweetened chocolate chips for that extra chocolate flavor. And then a banana. Now, I'm not going to put the whole banana in there. I'm only going to put half of a banana because normally the recipe only calls for half. And if you use this whole banana, it's going to fill that jar up pretty good. And you'll also want to make sure that you have your measuring cups, measuring spoons, and everything ready. I use 2% milk. Some people may use whole milk. Some people may use skim milk. Heck, you may even use other alternatives. So almond milk is another option. Another thing that people tend to add into their cold oats, I won't do it in this particular video, but you can add yogurt. Some people like vanilla yogurt, some people like plain yogurt, or they like Greek yogurt, but that's another variable that you can put in here, but not in today's episode. Are we ready? I think so. Are you ready? That's the question. Here we go. Real easy, okay? So normally I will follow the recipe that's on the back. You can use a recipe online, or you can use the same, you know, just so you can kind of tell what you need. And so 1 serving size is generally a cup of milk or water and a 1/2 cup of oats, okay? So we're gonna get a 1/2 cup of oats, okay? You wanna make sure you have a clean jar or a clean cup, doesn't really matter. But in this case, I'm using a jar, okay? Now, you'll notice it's pretty full, and I may make a mess here because the mouth of the jar is wider, or is more narrow than this. So, don't worry if you make a little bit of a mess, it's always something that you can clean up. But that's the thing. I'm showing you guys that it's not always clean and perfect like you see on Food Network. There's always something that you can clean up real fast. Okay? So now I've got my oats in the bottom of the jar. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead. Now this is preference, okay? I don't have to add a whole lot. And my chia seed, it's a 1/2 teaspoon of chia seed, or as I mentioned, flaxseed. Either one, depending on what you want. Gotta make sure you get it in there. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go with the vanilla protein powder. So we'll get a scoop of protein powder. And of course you got your banana. As I mentioned, I was most likely going to use just a 1/2 of this banana, but actually this is a smaller banana, so I'm going to go ahead and use all of it. If you had a larger banana, then I would recommend probably just doing a 1/2. But I'm going to go ahead, oops. Just make sure you don't lose too much. I like bananas in my oatmeal. I like them in my my cereal, like Frosted Flakes, Rice Crisp cereal. I haven't eaten it like that in a long time, but that is something that I like. So this particular cold oats variety is going to have plenty of fruit in there. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and put in a full cup of milk, because those oats are going to soak up the milk, right? So we have a full cup of milk there. Let's see if we make a mess or not. I'm not the best when it comes to pouring things. I always seem to make a mess, but it looks like I'm going to be all right. Now, that looks like, as you can see, it's all mixed in there. And then of course you want to put the top on there. And some people, you know, you could just shake it too. Stir it or shake it, shaken or stirred, however you want. But there's our product that we have right now. Keep it in there until tomorrow morning. So generally it recommends you to put it in the refrigerator for 5 hours. The way I see it is just put it in there the night before, and then when you get up in the morning it'll be ready to go. So we'll just stand by and see what kind of product we have in the morning. So, well, good morning guys. We've got our oatmeal. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. We've got our cold oats. Now, I will say this, I have to admit, I put just a tad too much milk in last night. This is a little runnier. That's okay, because normally the recipe says in the morning you can add more milk to your liking. So, So guys, it's a little bit runnier than what I probably normally would have. I'll eat it. It's not bad. It's not a disaster. But normally, put a half a cup of milk in it when you're first starting out, and then in the morning you could put more milk in it to thin it out if it's too thick. But other than that, we have cold oats. It's almost like a cold oat shake here. But I appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button, drop me a comment, let me know what you think, whether you think it's a complete disaster or if you think it was okay, and if you'll try it and what you think about it. And then in the right hand corner, go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't already, so you can be notified of new content coming your way. Guys, I hope you'll join me on the next adventure when I prep something else, and hopefully it turns out a little bit better. This is Scarecrow Runner. I appreciate you being with me. Have a great day.